Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
Welcome to another exciting Dave Day with Dave Seaman, the sports editor at the Standard Speaker. And Dave, what a weekend at Augusta National for the Masters. Goes to sudden death playoff, and Sergio Garcia beats Justin Rose, and it was an incredible battle. Kind of went back and forth, Dave, and Sergio Garcia proves that perseverance pays off. So many majors without getting a win. He finally gets one, and you really noticed the sportsmanship at the end between Rose and Garcia, which kind of should be in all sports, I guess local sports as well.
Really, I mean, golf is one of those sports that, you know, there's always gentlemen agreements, gentlemen claps, gentlemen applause, whatever you want to call it. But it's one sport where it brings out the best in athletes, and nowhere was that more on display than at the Masters this year. I mean, you talk about the pressure between both Sergio Garcia and Justin Rose, both champions, both high caliber golfers, both teammates on the Ryder Cup team from in Europe, so they know each other. But you know, it was refreshing to see, you know, acknowledgement of good shots and fair play. And then when Sergio won it, Justin Rose was the first person there with a warm hug, and it just seemed genuine. And like I said, that's a refreshing thing to see in sports.
Especially, Dave, because there's a lot of frustrating moments there. I mean, Justin Rose could have won it at a hole, and, you know, he missed, and then Sergio missed. There could have, I don't want to say bitterness, but at least you could have been down a little bit, but it was nice to see them both congratulating each other. Dave, TAMAQUA softball doing very well out of the gate, and they had to start the season on the road. I like the headline in the Standard Speaker last week, Road Raiders. Great start to the season. They had some problems at their field thanks to winter storms and that, some damage. Started the season on the road, started very well. Pitcher Jada Shellhammer has been impressive. She had a perfect game against Mahanoy area last week. They were 6-0 when I last checked, Dave, and starting the season on the road could be tough for some teams, but maybe this brought the Raiders together a little bit.
I think that's like a bonding agent, really. Yeah, you see a lot of teams play on the road. You're on the bus together. You're in the gym together more than anything, and you're itching to get out, but you're all in it together. I mean, you can't do anything about it. The good teams overcome that. They find a way to win on the road.
The HAZLETON area softball team, you covered their latest game, Dave, and they're really coming together. When I talked with head coach Heather Natt, I said that top of your order is exactly how you want to lay it out there. It's almost automatic with Taylor Kashak, Rebecca Rossai, who could just bunt. You know, if Kashak gets on, she's fast. Rossai could bunt her over. Then you have Megan Trivalpiece and Hope Kinney to bring in all the runners. And like I said, it's been working almost automatic for the Lady Cougars.
Yeah, they're all four experienced players. They went through the state semifinal run last year. I know they have intent to get back there this year. Then you put that with the youngsters at the bottom of the lineup, the Marissa Trivalpieces, Tiana Trions, Kira Antolik, Aaliyah Cost, Taylor Cost is back from last year. It's a team that has, you know, that blend of experience and of youth that, you know, a lot of teams would envy, because a lot of these younger softball players have been itching at the chance to get on the field, and to do it with the experience of players ahead of them. It just means constant turnover in the lineup, and that keeps a program going. It's the difference between maybe a successful team and a successful program.
And the one big missing link there from last year, Dave, Celine Podlesny, who was just the leader for so many years in the circle, great pitcher for HAZLETON area. Erica Book steps in. She seems to be settling in. That's bad news for other teams in the Wyoming Valley Conference.
Yeah, she doesn't throw particularly hard, but she mixes up her pitches very, very well. Against Crestwood on Monday, she threw a drop pitch very effectively. Her changeup and curve were working, and when those pitches are working, it makes the fastball look sneaky, and she was able to get that past some hitters. Again, not totally overpowering, but like she's told me after the game that she puts a lot of confidence in her teammates, and a lot of her teammates have been there before, whether on the varsity level or on the travel ball level. In the case of the younger kids, they all have experience. They know what it takes to win, and they represent HAZLETON area softball very, very well.
Very last thing, Dave, Matt McGloin, Penn State quarterback, going to the Eagles now from the Oakland Raiders. I thought he had some good years for my Raiders. You know, stepped in there as a starter for some games, was possibly going to start in the playoffs last year before an injury, because I know he would probably like to be playing, and it looks like he'll be third string in Philadelphia, but pretty good for McGloin.
Not bad for a Coal Region kid. I mean, epitome of hard work. Underrated kid too, and playing with a chip on his shoulder, and he did that at Penn State. Nobody ever thought he would have enjoyed the success that he did. In his case, he was fortunate enough to be in a situation where Bill O'Brien, a passing quarterback and offensive-minded coach, took over the reins there for the late Joe Paterno, and he brought Matt McGloin along more than I think anybody thought. But if you saw him on the high school level, you sensed this kid was special. He just needed a chance. Penn State gave him that opportunity. He ran with it. he got a chance to play for the Raiders, and he did quite well. I mean, anything he gets right now is gravy, as they say. And they get an opportunity to play close to home. It'll give the fans here maybe a chance to see him. And I'm excited because I know Matt's not going to back down from the challenge, having interviewed him a few times. And he's not going to relinquish anything as far as playing time goes. He's going to push the starters. And, like you said, he's on an NFL roster, and you can't ask for more than that.
And as a Raiders fan to Eagles fans, you will be happy because just knowing he was there and he would step in and he was a difference maker when he was on the field. All right, Dave will be back again next week. Thanks for watching this week.